bom? Estamos de volta com The Forgotten City e o som está funcionando. Então, vamos com a parte 2. Para quem tá vendo no YouTube, já peço que, se gostar, deixa o like, se inscreve no canal e indica para alguém. E lembrando que esse jogo, a gameplay foi gravada na Twitch, no canal Moragas _gamer. Sem mais enrolação, vamos continuar. Por enquanto a gente está bem travado. Ontem eu custei lembrar o nome, não lembrei, era tirolesa. Tirolesa é o nome do negocinho. Vamos ver os objetivos aqui no Y. Vamos ver aqui, ó. Ah, tá. Eu tenho que ou falar com a Naivia ou encontrar uma outra solução para o tratamento de reumatismo. Aqui, o que é? Ah, tá. A porta da frente da Naeve tá trancada. Deve ter outro jeito de achar. Track. Quem sabe, né? Eu botei um track aqui. Devia ter... Mr. Guiwi. Não sei como é que fala. Valeu aí pela presença, brother. Bom... Vamos achar outra entrada lá em cima. Ah, tá. Vamos ver se ele quer conversar aqui. Às vezes ele me ensina alguma coisa. Você começou, pô. Não. Vai, só a história dele.
You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me. Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why. You want to see me fight? Keep running your mouth, fatuous cunnis.
Não quero ver, não.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Tá bom. Deixa ele pra lá, né? Vamos... Bom, aqui eu pulei lá de cima nessa piscininha do rapaz aqui, do cara que pretende ser o futuro imperador, governante, né? Sei lá. Salve, Jack Plays. Valeu, brother, pela presença. Valeu pela força. Vamos ver se ela ainda, a mulher tá brava ainda comigo. Tá. Essa mulher, ela não quer conversa comigo. Ela aí não tem jeito. O que será que tem na estátua aqui? Nada. Que coisa, não? Bom, lá vamos nós pelejar lá em cima outra vez. Vamos sair daqui porque não tem nada realmente que me interessa aqui. Aqui, eu vi isso aqui, ó. Mas fala que não me aguenta. Só se eu, tipo, voltar no futuro. Sabe? Tipo, numa outra ocasião. Ixi, olha eu fazendo arte. Numa outra ocasião eu voltar aqui, né? Pra eu fazer outra arte que mata todos. E depois voltar aqui. Vamos ver aqui que ele...
I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Exato.
If I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here.
Isso.
I must have entrusted you
exatamente.
with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that about right? If so,
Oh, G. Dennis, salve, brother. Valeu pelo follow, valeu pela presença. Isso, você acertou.
I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered and do better next time. Now,
Sim,
I assume
isso é
you sought
verdade.
me out again for a reason.
Não, na verdade não. Eu posso falar que o suicídio não quebra ela.
Ask then.
Perguntar da minha investigação, quem sabe? Não,
Good.
então não.
Now, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Who's going to break golden rule? Não. Não, o que ele
I've had
acha
plenty of
dela,
time
acho que
to
não vai
think
ser.
about it. Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my guiding star to be the well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple as that. The real enemy in this place is not the golden rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy, greed, and hubris. I trust that answers your question.
Ainda mesmo.
Of course. What is it?
Não, eu não sei quem foi.
Why then did you say... it doesn't matter. It looks like you'll have to continue your investigation. Now, was
Yes.
there anything else you wanted to ask?
Não.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for
Eu
news.
sei que eu já descobri duas coisas, que a menina que tentou se matar e o rapaz que se matou e não foi considerado quebrar a regra. Não, nós não vamos roubar não, pô. Bom, tô olhando as coisas aqui, mas aparentemente, note, isso é bom. Vai, cadê o modo leitura? Não, bom, não tem mais. Já tá pedindo pra, tipo, Clementia dar forças pra eles pra perdoar essa pessoa que tá escrevendo. Ixi, é uma pessoa que achou um jeito de escapar e tem que se agarrar a isso. E espera se encontrar novamente algum dia. Conseguiu escapar, hein? Esse aí é bom, porque o trem aqui não é pra qualquer um escapar, não. Ah, lá o Reading Mode. Mais fácil, né? Ah, tá. Então é a irmã dessa pessoa aqui que tá escrevendo nesse diário que sumiu. Provavelmente a que fugiu lá do quarto do lado. Então é a irmã, né? Essa minha outra menina aqui que tá escrevendo. Beleza. Nada demais. Só descobri que a pessoa que conseguiu fugir é a filha uma das filhas desse cara ali que vai assumir, que tá contando com a vitória dele pro governo aqui, pra governar a cidade. E ele não acredita na Golden Rule.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Isso, pode confiar. Pode confiar. Será que eu converso com Horácios?
On your best
Vamos ver
behavior,
se
I
ele
trust?
tem alguma...
What is it,
Oh,
citizen?
isso. A história dele. Vou
He's
perguntar
one of the
do
better commanders
magistrado.
I've ever had. That's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Beleza, ele só elogiou o cara.
Alright?
Não vou ficar perguntando em quem que eles vão votar, porque realmente eu não sei se isso faz diferença.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Ah, tá, ela já reclamou.
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But
Aí, ó,
you'd
é
know
irmã.
that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
Ah, não vou falar isso.
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and
Isso.
figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Beleza.
I don't know. Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies? It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it. I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me. Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans. That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done. I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
Namorado.
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest, and my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
carinha. Vai, vamos dar um blefe,
you're
vai.
awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Eu imaginei que fosse dar uma merda. Enfim. Vamos falar com o Horácio que tá
Fear is
procurando a
proof
menina.
of a degenerate mind. What now? I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested. I'm a legionary of the First Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals. I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing all right for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People screaming, trampling each other. Then some genetricum fugitive tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose. Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said,
Então todo mundo
Scintilla's disappearance has been more
acabou
difficult than I'd
caindo
care to
aqui
admit.
naquela zebra que deu lá em Roma.
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Ó, beleza, ó, pode ser uma pista. Oh, Andinho, Guinelli. Valeu, meu brother. Valeu pelo follow. E com certeza eu sigo todo mundo de volta. Sempre que eu termino aqui, eu vou lá e dou follow. Valeu. Bom, vamos botar o Reading Mode. Aurélia. Então ela fala que sabe um caminho fora daqui, hein? Nós vamos conversar com ela lá na taverna. Olha lá, não tá mudando a página. Então nós vamos por aqui. Tem um preso, tipo no almoxarifado. Tem um que tá na dúvida se ele morreu. O Hannibal. Não sei se é o cara que pulou, né? Kabash, desaparecido, pode ser o namorado da menina, da Scintilla. O Malleus não é confiável. A Naevia, que eu quero falar com ela, que tá trancada lá no palácio. O Rufus tá super agitado. É a Cynthia que tá aqui. restrita nessa vila aqui pra não... pra segurança dela. A Centila que tá sumida. E acabou. Vou falar que vou entregar amanhã isso aqui, né?
Not sure why you said it like that, but whatever. Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like hundred-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Vamos falar...
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing. A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent. Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous. If you like. Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change. I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Beleza.
All right?
Tô arrumando umas coisas pra fazer, porque... eu não sei se eu vou achar um outro lugar, jeito de entrar lá na... Ó. Então a Centila, a mais nova, foi adotada. Está tentando a reeleição. A centila foi adotada. E até agora não descobri mais nada. Vai brincando aí, vai cair. Nada. Por enquanto, assim, vamos descer lá e falar com o que tá mais fácil, vamos falar assim, né? Não, que citizen? Não, Navia, o arco. Que se matou, provavelmente, olha lá, ó, é por causa da centila. Então tem que subir lá de novo. Então tem que descobrir uns trem ruim do Maleus, o outro lá, para fazer ele desistir da eleição. Through the eyes. Okay. Só nas investigations. Esse jogo é da paciência. Não, nós não. Oh, read. Beleza. Falou que tem um lugar escondido para rezar atrás do teatro, para pegar a primeira e a segunda à direita nas duas primeiras encruzilhadas. É um bom lugar para ir. Claro, se a gente souber onde é o teatro. Claro que a gente não sabe, né? Vamos descobrir. Ué, tá. Ele escuta com as orelhas deles, os ouvidos deles. Vai, onde será que é o teatro? Tinha que... Deixa eu ver se eu acho um controles, né? Cadê? Settings. Preciso de um mapa. Não sei se tem. Weapon. Jump, sprint, crouch. Cancel narration. Objective guide. Às vezes é aqui. Zoom, inventory. O Apple, nem o Apple tem, coitado de mim. Bom, aqui é computador. Beleza, vamos ver se o X. Ah, this way. Ah, danado. É as borboletinhas aí, ó. Ah, vamos conversar com esse cara
Don't you
também.
just love springtime?
Ou não? Não, né? Perder tempo não. Vamos conversar com as borboletas. Aí, ó. Ah, que beleza, hein? É, não destranco. Vamos, às vezes é a missão que tá. Ah, é porque é a da Naevia. Vamos ver qual que é essa, ó. Não. Ele tá morto. Eu preciso reiniciar pra fazer essa. É, vai ter que ser o Naevia mesmo. Então vai, vamos caçar.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
É.
Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
É. Vixe, essa
Then you are
aqui
an
é.
explorer, like me. Wonderful. You must have many stories to share. I cannot wait to hear them. We will have much
Yeah,
time
agora
here to get to know one another. But for now,
Isso.
do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
Sim.
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum. You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all? I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree? Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best. A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
É, ninguém sabe.
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and droning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am. Anything you like. Shh! Not so loud! What are you playing at? Have you not been told about the last attempt? Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. Ah, it is a long story.
Ele vai contar a última pessoa que tentou fugir.
Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out. They have! I am getting to that. There was an attempt, made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud. Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate. Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The golden rule has merely brought it into focus. If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing." Regrettably, I think you are correct, my friend. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act. Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the golden rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not? That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way. Nothing comes to my mind, my friend. I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Bastante conversa.
Salve. Ah, a new face.
Aí, né, fazer o quê?
Salve. And
Opa!
welcome to a little community.
Boa noite.
My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me
San
Richard.
Jr.
I hear we have
Boa
you to
noite.
thank for saving
Valeu
Julia's
demais
life.
pelos beats, brother.
I'm glad you arrived
Obrigadão.
when you did.
Thanks, man. Ah, salvei ela mesmo.
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place. Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm. Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Ó, então existe uma chance de escapar pelas cisternas.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
Nós vamos tentar achar o caminho.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek. I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
Beleza, então é que pode ter vivido gregos aqui antes dos romanos.
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the Golden Rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway. Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Noviomagus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans. Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you? Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option. Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought. Oh, it means someone thinks I'm a sinner, and that I'm going to break the golden rule. Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company. Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagos, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi. Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong. It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists. Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret
pra você também, meu
is going
brother.
to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Valeu pelo sub.
What? Really? I didn't expect that.
Tô oferecendo pra ajudar
But
todo
thanks.
mundo.
It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
Beleza.
Come back and let me know what you find.
Beleza. Então eu vou ajudar a resolver o problema que ele está sofrendo com as ameaças. Aqui tá falando se ele quer mesmo ser o responsável pelo pecado que vai acabar com todos. Ó, eu já tenho locais para marcados, finalmente, fazia tempo. Vamos ver o que tá marcando aqui nas missões. Ih, tá aqui. Mas não vai... Ah, tá. Ah, tá. Aqui é pra perguntar pista
You look
de
well,
quem é o
my
admirador.
sartorial friend.
Eu acho que é isso, quer
Hello
ver?
again, my sartorial friend. What is on your mind?
Ah, é um RPG. Chama The Forgotten City. É um RPG misturado com mistério e tal. Eu ainda tô meio perdidão. Eu tenho que fazer uma investigação. Eu tô numa cidade perdida. Eu tenho que fazer uma investigação para sair daqui. Eu acabei caindo aqui. Assim, eu acordei na beira de um lago. Uma mulher me salvou. Me cantou a pedra, né? Me pediu para fazer um favor para ela. E eu acabei caindo nessa cidade aqui que não tem saída. Entendeu? E aí aqui tem uma regra de ouro que quem comete um pecado, a cidade toda é punida. Todo mundo é transformado em ouro. Só que tem tipo uma profecia que o cara que governa essas cidades já sabia que ele, quando ele me viu, ele sabia que era eu que ia cumprir. Que é o seguinte: quando eu falhasse em descobrir que eu tô aqui para descobrir quem que vai cometer o pecado que vai transformar todo mundo em ouro. E quando eu falho, que eu já falhei uma vez, claro, ele se sacrifica, esse governador dessa cidade, e esse sacrifício que ele faz volta no tempo. Então volta no tempo, o que eu tinha feito antes permanece, só eu que lembro das coisas. E o cara, quando eu vou conversar com ele, ele imagina, ele fala assim: a gente já conversou isso, né? Só o governador da cidade, o resto não sabe de nada, que eu voltei de novo. Aí é tipo isso, por enquanto tá desse naipe. Mas assim, é bem paradão, sabe? Mas a história ainda me intriga, então me faz continuar jogando.
This is troubling, is it not? I'm afraid I have no idea. It is ridiculous though. Virgil is a fine man. But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front last night. Perhaps you should ask her about it.
Tá. Ok.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Porque a Fábia, amiga dele, viu alguém. This way. Será que... Deixa eu ver se tá selecionada a Fábia aqui, né? Pra eu não sair andando à toa. Fábia. Tá. Bom, vamos ver se tá mesmo, né? This way. Cadê o this way?
You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
Ah, tá. Então vamos perguntar. Já vou falar.
Thank you.
Que eu já vou ver isso
He's
agora.
still in
Não
there.
vou bater papo com ela, não.
I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Tá. Eu vou nadar do cochicho, hein?
We don't have time for this. I have to go. Ugh.
Porque tem hora que eu escuto esses cochichos. Bom, tá mandando eu ir lá, né? Vamos lá. Ó o arco, fala que eu tinha que achar um arco.
I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is? I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
Entendi, mas...
Thank you.
Entendi.
Now tell me, who are you people? And what is this place?
Ixi, agora fudeu. Eu tô tentado até na de baixo, porque ele tá perguntando quem é a gente e o que é esse lugar. A segunda opção aqui que eu tô tentado é porque se não abaixa a arma, né, o arco, e vem a ver você mesmo. E o outro é tipo, nós somos uma comunidade de estranhos que chegou aqui por acidente. Eu acho que não vai convencer, então eu vou falar pra ele ver ele mesmo.
You want me to let my guard down, is that it?
Não,
You're
não,
not going to get your claws into me. I was told Quintus was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
Não. Não, vou falar que ele tá enganado, que nós não somos cultistas. Olha aí, você sabe o que ele vai... É que a de cima é muito boba, né? É que ele não vai acreditar em mim.
But if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret? So you admit you're not allowed to leave? Threatening me is not going to help you, but in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
É. Ixi, eu vou falar que é um aviso.
A distinction without a difference. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense.
No.
Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
É que são pessoas.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me.
O que ele vai pensar? Falar que ele tá distorcendo o que eu falei, não sei, vai achar, acabar achando ruim. Vou falar que foi um deus e a gente não sabe, né? Caramba,
Of course you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our God told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists, there's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quintus is. Do not waste it.
Tá, então vamos ver. Não. Vou perguntar o que ele sabe do Quintus.
Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burned half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
Ah, eu vou falar esse aqui, ó.
Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome, like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not?
Ele tá difícil te ajudar, hein? É, eu vou falar que sei.
Ah, suddenly it's all coming back to you, is it? Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Tá, vamos ver o que vai acontecer. E eu não bato nele? Deixa eu ver. Não. Eu vou lá falar com ele então. Na frente. Eu acho. Ó, eu tenho que falar com ela. Mas depois, né? Vamos falar com o que tá pra ser assassinado aqui. Eu acho que é esse aqui, ó, que tá pra ser assassinado. Não, esse é o Sentius. Ih, caramba, cadê o Maleus lá, sei lá. Vamos ver. Será que é aqui? Ué, já não tem o cara aqui. Eu achava que ia ser ele, hein? Ah lá, é a mulher do Maleus.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ferrou. Eu tenho que usar o portal de novo. Ai, 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 eu nem lembrava que eu corria até o portal. Ah lá, a arte. Ai, meu Deus. Como é que chega lá, pai? Ai, o Zorin só metendo bala. Ixi, será que eu vou morrer aquela hora que fechar ali? Ferrou. Se não morri, fechou? Au! Vixe, olha a flecha. Rapaz do céu. Eu senti aqui. Não tem item com ele. Ele, mais uma mortezinha, né? Pra gente. Bom, pelo menos agora eu vou poder tentar ir lá no... Ah lá. Beleza, eu vou tentar impedir o suicídio do cara lá em cima.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Eu vou falar que ele tá falando inglês só pra ver.
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you? And what were you doing in the shrine?
Ah, tá.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening. Yulia. Oh no. All right, I can do that.
Ó, que beleza.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Olha, ele já vai salvar a Yulia pra mim. Eu não vou precisar salvar ela outra vez. Um trem a menos. Vai. Vamos. Ó, eu vou tentar pegar esse caminho pra ir ali, ó. Nem lembro o que é ali. Às vezes, né, vamos pegar a tirolesa aqui, ó. Igual tem um negócio aqui, ó. Eu não sei ler isso, não. Vamos ver o que tem pra cá.
I'm just going to help her swallow this. I think she's going to be alright. Galerius, you're amazing. I don't understand. How did... Never mind. Thank you so much for acting as quickly as you did. Another moment.
Bom, aqui aparentemente não tem nada. Vamos ver ali no púlpito. Old Scroll. Cara questionando a regra de ouro aqui. O Durotas the Younger. Então, às vezes, será que vai me dar a opção de falar lá pro cara que é o Durotas? Décius Lucretia, Ulpius Sentia, Domitius Virgil, contado do assassino de hora que eu encontrar com ele. tem que perguntar pra Fábia e neutralizar o cara. Rapaz, que tanto de missão. Meu pai do céu. O Úpios aqui é uma boa. Ai, eu saí daqui, haha. The Priestess. Vamos subir aqui, ó. Eu vou seguir as plantinhas. Aqui eu tô indo de curioso. Ah, o cara fala que ele, por exemplo, que botou as estátuas nos lugares que elas estão. Então, tipo assim, né, ele fala que não pode não ser real. Ó, aqui, ó, olha lá onde é o coisinho, ó. Então tá, então eu vim aqui, ó. Ah, aqui, ó. Oh, esse dinheirinho aqui não é de ninguém. Não foi roubo. Vamos passar por aqui. Ó. Lugar novo. Bom, tem um escrito aí. Tipo um wishes. Tá. Um pãozinho. Outro peixinho. Ah lá dá pra eu subir, ó. Mas eu ainda não tenho a chave da Quick. Vambora. Ó, quem sabe descendo ali. Eu tô achando vários locais bem escondidos. Possivelmente a última garrafa de vinho da cidade. Ah, vai servir pra agradar alguém, viu? Posso saber. She will guide you. É, tem tanto lugar agora que eu quero ir, rapaz. Bom, aqui é o mesmo. Translate. The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. As sombras sem sangue que vagam sem carne ou osso. Vamos ler essa nota aqui, ó. Lívia. Foi daqui que eu vim. Aí aqui. Rapaz, essa é mais do que um labirinto. Ah, tá. Agachar é esse aqui, ó. Ó, aqui ele sobe, hein? Não. Mais pra frente aí eu vou poder subir, né? Claro. Porque tem um Brega Knight pra subir que eu não. Os dois que eu achei. Find me. Tá. Bom, eu já rodei pra caramba aqui. Vamos ver se a gente consegue. Ah lá. Vamos. Track. Ah lá, ó. Tá pra banda de lá. Bora correr pro rumo aqui, ó. Eu queria descer. Por que descer? Porque pensei tipo na cisterna, né? Ó, você viu pingando água ali? Quem sabe? Ó o de ponta aqui, ó. Olha eu na natação. Vou botar o de ponta mesmo ali. Olha os caras nadando ali. Aqui eu nadando, ó. Mergulha, filho. Ah, tá. Ele não passa ali. Tá brilhando à toa. Ah, ali sobe, ó. Bom, eu acho que sobe, né? Sobe. Nem na maré. Então pra que essas borboletas aí tá me mostrando esse caminho aí? Ê, borboletinha. Não tá ajudando, hein? Tá, então no final eu ia subir aqui à toa. É, ia. Bom, vamos embora fazer o que a gente já deveria ter feito. Desinstalar o jogo, quer dizer, não é brincadeira. Vai, vamos lá tentar impedir o suicídio do cara. Tem que... eu não lembro como eu subi lá. Então, como a porta da frente está trancada, eu já vim por aqui já para tentar dar uma volta. Eu sei que não é diretamente. Tem que achar um caminho aleatório. Provavelmente aqui. Esta torre. Ei. I'll try to help you. Obrigado. Vamos ver se você sabe o caminho mesmo. É, sabe agora que eu comecei, né? Só que ela mandou eu ir reto ali, ó. E eu vim aqui, ó. Fazer o quê? Nada. Descer. E ir reto lá onde ela mandou, ué. Nunca peguei tanta grana. Próxima vez poderei comprar coisas. Ué. Poxa vida. O começo. Não, então eu vou de coisa, eu vou de tirolesa, eu não vou normal. Olha. Não, esse trem não sabe, ele não tá me... Ah, aqui, por aqui às vezes eu vou. Que aí eu tenho subida. Aqui é subir. Ah lá, nós vai chegar pelas beiradas. Ah, aqui ó, é o cartaz da menina falando, vai embora. Não vem aqui não. A Naévia. Ó, tinha um trem aqui, ó. Apareceu o A. Ó, translate, viu? Survive, we must all be kind. Para sobreviver, nós temos todos que ser gentis, ser bons. Aí corrigiram para nós devemos todos ser sábios. Aí corrigiram para nós devemos todos ser obedientes. E finalmente corrigiram para nós devemos todos ser interrogação. Interrogação. Tinha um cara do esporte que falava assim, ele fazia uma pergunta, ele falava interrogação, aí ele fazia uma afirmação, ele falava ponto final ou exclamação. Ele ia fazendo as pontuações. Então vou falar você vira no buraco. Tô vindo aqui de bobo. Achei a cisterna, a entrada trancada, claro. Tudo eu tenho que achar um jeito de entrar, né? Não tem um lugar que eu entre, é tudo achar um jeito, acha um jeito. Joga essa pedra lá na porta. Agora eu tenho que falar pra esse rapaz. Eu vou até olhar o objetivo aqui, mas eu tenho que falar pra ele da centila. Olha lá, ó. Que vai ajudar ele a não fazer a caca que ele está querendo fazer.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the golden rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far? All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no.
Era eu.
No. Oh, Pierce, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Não, eu vou falar com ele.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Cadê? Aí, a centila.
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone. Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over. It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact. And she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that. Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
Vamos ver. Vamos perguntar por que ele precisa, para ver quem ele tá devendo.
I are in debt bondage to Malleolus. We might as well be slaves. And that's how much it will take to buy our freedom back.
Vamos perguntar como ele entrou nessa.
So it's my fault. Is that it?
Não.
You know what? Forget it. I am out.
No.
Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Oh, Pierce, no!
Não. Ei, lá vai ele outra vez.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh, Lord. That poor lamb.
Esse Ulpius aí eu vou falar.
That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given what he wanted moments after you arrived.
Ah, tem nem o que falar agora, já falei tudo.
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
É, vai ficar pra próxima salvar ele. Será que eu consigo falar? Bom, vai ficar pra próxima isso aqui. Tinha um trem atrás de um teatro, hein? Eu tinha que pegar duas à direita. Só que isso aqui não é teatro, né? Mas... Ó, tem uma tirolesa. Que eu já demorei a ver mesmo, então vamos a pé, né? Vamos ver se eu atravesso aqui. Não, eu caí. Caí de novo. Bom, por enquanto, pelo menos, estamos vivos. Vai, vamos olhar então. O Upius foi, né? Vai ficar pra próxima. Valeu. Esse eu preciso lembrar. A cisterna. O verde, o intruder. Vamos falar com a mulher, eu acho que é o... Falar com a mulher é o do cara que tá sendo ameaçado. Ah lá, Ask Fábia. Aí. Vamos escar a Fábia. Vamos perguntar pra ela. Agora onde que tá a Fábia? Fábia! Confiar na borboletinha aqui, né? Vamos ver quem és tu. É o Décius. Eu vou conversar por conversar.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius,
mais tarde.
I'm not making you a bow.
Why?
Ah!
You have to do something.
Nossa!
A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something.
Nossa! Eu sei, eu já vi isso acontecer. Vamos ver se ela me responde, né?
This is an emergency. Are you going to help or not?
Vou.
Thank you. He's still in there somewhere. I might be in the juice for Brian when it's over.
Não vai não. Você vai bater com as 10.
What? Why?
Vou falar que eu tô com mau pressentimento. Confiar em mim. Vou falar no pressentimento, vai.
Alright, fine. Come and find me my bakery instead.
Ó, salvei ela. Oh, já é alguma coisa. Salvado. Agora ela correu pra lá, ó. O povo corre bem, né? Ué, e o cara vai apontar ou nada? Eu tô vendo um cartaz aqui, ó. Ah, falando que vai cair a qualquer momento aqui, ó. Eu vou mandar ele aqui. Será que eu consigo? Deixa eu ver atrair o bandidão. Olha lá.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
É, aquele negócio aqui. Vou mandar ele lá pra... Ixi, mas será que ele... Se ele morrer...
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Se ele morrer lá naquele negocinho lá que cai, o gazebozinho lá, será que vai ser considerado pecado da minha parte? Bom, se for, pelo menos eu pego o arco. Ó, uma placa. Ah, tá, eu aviso. Vai, entra aí, ó. Vai. Yuhu!
Curse you, cultist.
Yuhu! Ó. Que mais? Haha. Então vamos lá perguntar agora pro Male, sei lá o nome dele ali. Cadê? Ah lá. Ah, esse aqui, ó. Nós vamos perguntar pro Maleolus se ele é Quintius. Ah! Agora sim. Pera aí, eu converso com vocês. Eu até tenho que conversar com ela, né? Mas aí eu vou arrumar mais BO pra resolver. Na volta eu converso. Eu tenho a chave.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply...
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want?
Eu vou fazer essa pergunta antes. Acho que vou fazer as duas antes.
You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants?
Ah lá, ele não acredita.
Don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie. Nonsense. There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
Ah. E agora, hein? Ah, eu vou falar que achei isso aqui, né?
You mean that book next to a golden statue in the theatre? Tell me, how do you know that statue wasn't put there by Sentius himself? You can't know, can you?
É verdade.
Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down.
É, isso aqui ele não vai acreditar.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken. I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it. My name is Marcus Mariolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else. You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different coloured eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more.
Mentira.
Well, I am not suffering from any delusions, as today's election will firmly establish. That's quite all right. We all make mistakes.
Eu vou fazer inimizade agora.
Are you insane? You barge into my villa uninvited and then make outrageous demands? Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win? You are acting very strangely. I trust you can see yourself out.
Cartadas aqui. Não foi uma boa. Tem que ligar ele ao nome. Ah, vamos lá falar com a Fábia. Eu marquei certo. Se eu soubesse os caminhos tudo.
If I cop an earful from Malleolus, I'll be coming for you.
Ah, tá bom. Aqui, ó. Eu vim daqui. Aí o cara tava aqui, aí a Fábia correu pra lá. Tipo assim, ó.
You there?
Ah, agora você quer.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's bag. But I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts. Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues? And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the 2 of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interesting?
No.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not? Oh, I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. There's no profit in breaking the golden rule. Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan. But first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana? No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand? Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you know what. Oh, gods no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then, you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away. I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
Tá, será que é o ventilador pegando? Eu vou parar o ventilador só pra você dar uma olhada aí. Vê se melhorou. Me fala aí se melhorou.
Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence my
Aí,
proposal.
ó. É o calor, né? Aí eu deixei ele circulando assim, ó. E quando ele pegava aqui, então tava atrapalhando. É que eu não sabia.
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
É, o Prometheus foi punido mesmo pela eternidade, com águias bicando, corvos bicando a barriga dele lá. Beleza, então.
Are you in, partner?
É, não queria não. É, eu vou pegar não.
Sure? Last chance.
Do it. Tá, então tá.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow,
Eu
I can get
sigo
started
as...
applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment.
É,
And here we
eu
are,
vou...
a gold leaf bow.
Eu vou na onda dos whispers, dos cochichos, né?
Now I've gone and
Tô me
unlocked the shrine of
ferrando.
Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Bom, beleza, vai. Eu ainda vou falar com a Fábia. Olha lá, o trem tá tão perto, né? Caramba, viu? Eu tava fazendo um trem. Vai. Eu vou fazer mais essas duas, vai. Eu vou fazer esse trem aqui. Vamos ler aqui, né? Rapidinho. É só entrar aqui. Ó, tem umas flechas aqui. Tem abelhas. Tá. Ah, eu tenho que apagar os braseiros. Beleza. que mais? Trocar o arco. Ué, mas eu vou trocar o arco? Que jeito? Será que eu tenho que subir em algum lugar? Será que eu consigo equipar o outro para dar um tiro nessas abelhas aí? Ah, é com você. Eu tô querendo, né, minha filha, trocar, mas ele não alcança. Eu já sei que é a estátua, filha. Subindo na cabeça dele. Ó, eu subi. Funcionou. Troquei. E tudo se acendeu.
Is that you, partner?
É.
Do you have the bow? Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you.
Ah?
A little bit slow, aren't you? Yes, I locked you in, and until you give me my bow, you're gonna stay in there, like Tantalus in Tartarus. No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole.
É engraçado você.
You're just gonna have to take your chances, I'm afraid. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognize my own handiwork.
É, eu não vou
I would
entregar.
reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders.
É,
Some
eles não
say
são,
it
não.
takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man, but I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out if they were right, shall we?
Aí, ó. Eu não queria atirar. Ah lá, atirou. Deixa aquele carinha lá, ele vai ver. Vou sentar a flecha na testa dele, vou transformar, vai todo mundo virar ouro. Ah, tá, eu vou ter que fazer algum trem virar ouro aqui pra eu conseguir andar. Agora o que? Caramba, hein? Não tô vendo nada que eu possa derrubar. Esse lodo. Será que eu consigo transformar esse lodo em ouro, ó? Vai, sobe o lodinho aí, jovem. É, eu não queria ter que transformar o outro lodo. É. Não passo ali. Ah, tá. Não sabia, né? Ah, agora eu vou poder andar nos lugares com ouro. E aqui, hein? O que será que eu vou usar? Bom, vou correr e pular, né? Funcionou. Haha. Muitas flechas. Ah, legal. Espera aí, eu. Quase que eu caí. Pra que tô subindo torto? Ai! Cacete, agulha. Pronto. Recupera aí, life. Haha, lá tô eu no palácio outra vez. Oh! E eu já consegui entrar no... Podia abrir, né? Agora tá ficando bom. Tá ficando legal. Deixa eu ver aqui. Temos um save. Jogo salvo, 1h20 da manhã. Eu queria agradecer a todos que compareceram aí na live durante algum período aí, pôde acompanhar. Para quem tá vendo no YouTube também, muito obrigado. Lembrando que para quem viu aqui na Twitch, o vídeo vai ser postado no YouTube no canal Moragas Gamer. E para quem tá vendo no YouTube, o vídeo foi gravação de uma live na Twitch, Moragas _Gamer. Se gostou, dá o like, se inscreve no canal e indica para alguém para dar uma força aí. Valeu! Aquele abraço e até mais!